An inclusive bipartisan approach among lawmakers will mark the end of confrontational and endless politicking, as the nation moves toward recovery from the pandemic, says Tan Sri Anwar Musa.
It is certain, such a consensus will change the nation's political landscape from one that is confrontational and not too partisan to cooperation and togetherness among all elected representatives for the sake of the rakyat, the Communications and Multimedia Minister said in a statement on Sunday.
He added that such an understanding would cut across the political divide by placing priority on the needs of the rakyat and nation.
All cabinet members have agreed by way of consensus that the government must invite the opposition to be with us as we need to prioritize the rakyat and nation, he said.
Anwar noted that the current government feels that it should take a magnanimous approach by extending the invitation to the opposition to play a collective role in helping the rakyat as the nation transit from a state of the pandemic to endemic under the National Recovery Plan.
He added the approach taken by Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob would also lead to more mature politics in the country.
This government places the rakyat as the main priority and is firm in setting aside politicking for the welfare of all irrespective of political understanding, he said.
He added that such an inclusive approach is in line with the Malaysian family concept to help rebuild the nation.
Anwar welcomed the inclination of Pakatan Harapan opposition leaders in accepting the government's goodwill gesture based on their statement issued on Saturday.
I hope this inclination is translated into reality as soon as possible so that the Malaysian family is not burdened by the effects of endless politicking to allow the rakyat to focus on the everyday lives and generate the economy, he said.
On August 25, Ismail Sabri and Pakatan leaders came to a consensus towards working with each other in the handling of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The hour-long meeting at the Prime Minister's office saw a rare joint statement, signed by Ismail Sabri, PKR President Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, DAP Secretary General Lim Guan Eng and Amanah President Muhammad Sabu, issued on the matter.
On Friday, Ismail Sabri Yaakob proposed reforms such as an anti-party hopping law, limiting the Prime Minister's term to 10 years, and more representation from the opposition in decision-making in parliamentary select committees.
The Prime Minister also offered the implementation of Undi 18 and each bill including the supply bill to be negotiated and jointly agreed with the opposition.
Other offers were for opposition members to be involved in the National Recovery Council while the opposition leader will be given remuneration and facilities on par with those of a minister.
Pakatan leaders have responded by saying they need time to consider Ismail Sabri's offers.